Hey guys, it's Morgan coming back to you from the home shop. I know it's been a little while since we've had an update video on the shop. That's mainly because I really haven't done too terribly much to it, but I got some things done and I need to do a little bit of work here. So I figured I'd bring you in, show you how it's coming along, and I think it's doing pretty well. So as you can see, we got some decorations up. Got an FMF banner, Rocky Mountain banner. We got a mini fridge. I can't remember if that was there in the last one. We also have the smaller ultrasonic here now. Excited about that. We brought the Rocky Mountain Tusk scissor lift stand home, and that thing has actually been getting a huge workout. My kid Thomas, who rides the 206 over there, has been working on his bike a lot. He's changed his pipes all the time. He's got a Pro Circuit pipe, F&F pipe. He likes one for one thing, one for the other. He's silly as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if I can tell that big a difference, but he likes swapping it out. He also likes keeping things clean, adjusting his chain, checking bolts, doing air filters, all that stuff. So that thing has actually been getting quite a workout, and it has held up very, very well. Also today here on this video, we're going to put the big girl, Maria, onto it and see how it does lifting the 300-pound XR650R up in the air. Also, biggest thing really that I did was I built these shelves for our gear bag. So we got Ewan's gear bag, Thomas's gear bag, and then Sad Dad's gear bag. I got a bucket for trash, and we've added a few tools to the kit. So let's take a look and see what we got. This is a huge mess up here. Eventually I will organize this. This box is nice because it keeps these things organized, but it doesn't leave any room for anything else. So I'm probably going to get some trays or something to organize. I don't know. I'm going to do something. Anyway, we got ourselves an Icon half-inch ratchet, some big sockets so we can do axles and things like that. We got big wrenches to do axles and things like that. These are also from Harbor Freight. I'm trying to keep this whole build at the budget level. I just don't want to spend a whole bunch of money here, and I want to show you guys what you can do to save money. One of the biggest things, guys, like I said in the first video, was getting a whole bunch of Tusk stuff. Honestly, that has been really, really big money savings, and using obviously what I had left over. So that is there. Let's see what we got here. I think I already showed you guys this. This is our thread repair kit. Trying to remember what's new. Got our bolts, got some spare levers and things like that in here now. Got zip ties and some twist tie things just to help hold things up. And you always need zip ties. Guys, sticker drawer is starting. So if you have stickers that you want to send to me that might get put onto things like our refrigerator or our toolbox or people's motorcycles that stop by, send them to me. I'll put a link in the description as to where you can send them, the shop address. That'd be awesome. Down here, we have our bearing remover, bearing driver. We got our gun cleaning stuff over here, miscellaneous bigger stuff, fork seal driver, case splitter, crank puller, some extra gloves for whatever reason. Nothing there yet. Suspension tools, you guys already saw that. I got some lights, bicycle. This is more bicycle stuff. Got sunglasses / safety glass, whatever you want to call them, clear ones and tinted ones. We got our screwdrivers. I went ahead and spent some money on that because I really do like Matco screwdrivers and having nice ones because these are JIS, so they actually get real screws out easier. It's much better than buying cheap ones. We got the Tusk Master Link pliers, which I think I showed you before, but those are really cool. When we do a Master Link or a chain here, I'll show you how those work. They're really slick. These are all, there's some Snap-on stuff in here, some off-brand stuff, and those are all from the shop, so I pulled those in. Then we got our kind of miscellaneous thing here. Impact driver, safety wires, a pick, spring puller. This is actually, comment below if you know what this is for. If you do, you have worked on some old stuff. And then we have a chain breaker tool, actually from SRT. It's actually a really nice little guy. Let me show you what we got here. And they're like 45 bucks, which is pretty sweet. So it'll do small chains, big chains. It's got stuff for everything. It's really nice. I mean, it's super simple, nothing fancy, but it's really nice. So that is that, guys. I'm really excited. That has the toolbox is coming along. Maybe comment below what you think, what else I need to add in there. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think I had some stuff. Now I can't remember. Anyway, comment below what I should add to that toolbox. Some inexpensive stuff that I don't have that I obviously need. So I've got, we've got our Torx here, Allens here. I need to get a normal set of Allens because while these things are nice, the T-handles are nice, you can't get that much torque on them. So I need to get some normal Allens. There's our normal T-handles. We got lubes and things up here. It's obviously still a mess. Oh, there we go. Still a mess here because everything's a bit of a mess in here. We're still working on this place. It's a huge area, and we got a long way to go before it's actually all settled in. And yes, I know I need to insulate this, but it's really expensive, so that's not happening yet, which means, yeah, I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of work to pull all this stuff away from the walls to insulate it later, but it is what it is. That's how I'm living my life right now. I have a whole bunch of air filters to clean, and I wanna show you how we're doing that. Oh, also, new multimeter. I got from these guys here, really inexpensive. I think they're like 20 bucks. It's really cool though. It's from Kaiweets. I think I'll try to remember to put a link in the description for where I got this. Anyway, it's super cool. You can get them on Amazon. So you turn it on here, and there we go. It is auto-ranging, fully digital, really, really slick little thing. You can also just choose the function. So you can go volts, DC, ohms, blah, blah. Anyway, all the way around, really slick. And like I said, inexpensive, super inexpensive. I'm gonna put that over in one of the drawers here. Put it in with the lights because it's electrical, right? This is one of the things we're doing here today, putting a skid plate on the 650. There's a 2.2 from the race at Aztec with Weeby. Also, this is going to come into play. This is going to actually go back to my shop because I use this a lot, and these are high dollar Nipex ones. We're going to do some electrical work on the XR2. In here, we have our F3 cleaner. Guys, I know I've talked about this before. I finally got some more for myself. I haven't had any for a while. This stuff is absolutely brilliant. It works so freaking well. I have 2 bottles in here right now. Show you what that's looking like. Plenty left. You can see I went ahead and put that thing in there to keep the filters off of the bottom. You see all that dirt down in there? All right, guys. Dunking air filter in the fluid. Could probably do this lower down so I'm not reaching over it so much. One thing my shop does not have is water. I just could not afford to bring water over here. It's kind of a bummer, but someday we can run it. It's a work in progress. And yeah, I know someone says, it used to be cheaper to do it. I mean, yeah, it would have, but at some point you gotta stop spending money. All right, there's 1, 3 more air filters to be specific. And guys, I cannot tell you how freaking good this smells. And you can get this stuff from WR Performance directly, or you can go to Ben Nicholson's website. This is firsttrackmoto.com/Highlands Cycles. There's a link in the description. That helps us out if you use that to buy it. He ships all over the planet, Canada, US, wherever. If you order enough stuff, it's free shipping. If you order just 1 bottle, it honestly doesn't make any sense because the shipping doesn't make any sense. So like I always say, or I try to remember to say, please shop local first. If you can't get what you need local, or you don't like the guys or whatever, then go online. But if you can help it, please shop local. It helps support guys like me who have families and all that stuff. So, all right, now I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna wash these off in the, using the hose, just the ground, because this stuff now, we got all the oil out. Now this is just that cleaner. And the cleaner turns into soap when you get it wet. So I'll be right back and I'll show you how clean these things get. All right, guys, check them out. Nice and clean. I love this stuff, guys. It smells good. It gets the filter super clean. This is an old filter and still got it pretty darn clean. Yeah, I love it. For your home shop use, I think it works great. At the shop, I still use the parts washer because I have chemicals there, lots of things, and it's just easier. And I don't have to replace it as often as this stuff, but this stuff is freaking amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna hang these things up. We'll get the XR out, we'll get it up on the stand and check it out. So obviously, I'm not putting the skid plate on while it's on here. I got electrical work to do to the headlight. Then we'll let it down. I gotta put the skid plate just on the ground. Oh, she's a big girl. Real quick, guys, I got to tell you about the biggest sponsor of the channel, Rocky Mountain ATV MC. If you haven't heard of them, you've been living under a rock for the last, I don't know how many years. They super duper support us. They are amazing people. The company is employee owned and operated. They're here in the US. Yes, some of the stuff they make is from China or Taiwan or whatever. So are so many things. But the cool thing is they sell everything. OEM, all the Japanese brands, all the Austrian brands, they have everything in stock. It's absolutely brilliant. It's in Utah. I love them a lot. If you want to help us and you want to save yourself some money, go to the link below. Use that link. Buy stuff. It helps us out. It saves you money. You get your free shipping, your Rocky Mountain bucks, all that good stuff. So anyway, back to the video. Need to start lifting more weights. Lock the casters down because I don't want this thing moving. Also, I want to jockey it around a little bit, get it squared up on the lift if I can. There we go. That is awesome, guys. I really, really, really like this thing. Let's just see how it looks when we do roll it around. It actually is pretty darn stable. Now, I wouldn't want to have like little kids here crawling on it like that. I mean, I'd still be a little worried, but I'm impressed with how well this thing holds up and how sturdy it really is. And I don't even have the foot peg things in. I've obviously got the foot peg deals. Where are they? Yeah. These guys, if I was going to leave it up here for a long time, which I'm not, but let's talk about what we're doing here. I had this thing out for the shakedown, both at a big ride in the day, and then I did a decently large ride at night. And the light started acting up. I was like, oh, that's no good. But it has been a very long time since I've done a freaking anything to this light. I put this light on it back when I raced a 24-hour event on this bike. This must have been 5 or 6 years ago. So I figure, I was like, and it worked great then and never had a problem, but something must have come loose. I started fiddling with wires, and I was able to actually fiddle with one wire and get the thing to work. So we're going to fix that now. I zip tied all of the connections here to make sure this thing is going to be super stable and not come loose, because the rubber mounts they're okay. They're not great, but I don't love them. So I zip tied through. It's kind of hard to see. Anyway, it works really good. This setup actually works really good. But now I got to clip all these zip ties to pull this thing off and fix these wires. Guys, when I did this, I'm not proud. It wasn't my best work. Like I said, it did work great for that 24-hour race. I had no problems, but I didn't take the time I probably should have to make it a better setup. So today we do that. It's kind of interesting. Let me show you. I did use decent connectors. So this right here, just so you guys know, this is from Baja Designs. This is the thing that allows you to run an LED off of AC power. It's got a capacitor in there, regulator, rectifier. Anyway, this was the connection that I was wiggling, and it made it work. And I did use the connectors that are heat shrink on there, but I always didn't use the ones that go around here, and there's something going on with that thing not working very well. So, because it was definitely this connection. So I don't know which side it's on, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this permanent with some of these guys. These heat shrink solder guys are the best. And yeah, I'm gonna have to clip it or whatever if I take it off, but I don't really plan on taking it off anytime soon, other than like I'm fixing this. But I'm gonna go through all those wires. I'm gonna use those to get it. And I'm just gonna put you guys down while I do that. I'm not gonna show you. I think I've shown you these before, but basically you put the two wires in there, you get the metal parts of the wires touching, and then you take a crack torch like this one, you heat that up, and it shrinks down and it melts that solder onto it, and it makes a really, really solid connection. There we go. So we got the positive, the negative. Well, so anyway, the way this works is you got juice coming from the harness to the box, and then we have positive and negative leaving the box, and then we have a ground also, which is the yellow one, and that I'm leaving as a plug-in because it goes to the ground for the kill switch and all that stuff. So now these are all permanent and waterproof and awesome. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this thing up, get it mounted up, or at least close to mounted up. We're gonna figure out exactly where these can go. We're gonna zip tie them together, tape them all up, make them super duper bulletproof, and then put it on there. Then we'll put our zip ties back on and make it all good. So I will show you that when it's all done. All right, guys, got it all buttoned up. Got zip ties back through here, belt and suspender style to help hold that thing on there. I actually might end up putting some holes in the plastic for another belt for more suspenders, just to make sure it doesn't come off. Because this is actually just through the rubber. It doesn't actually go through the hole in here. But anyway, super tight. Got the stuff all zip tied up and out of the way. I don't know if you can see. There we go. Kind of. Anyway, nice and clean. And the light works good. So happy with that. Really happy that that worked out. And I wiggled the wires while it was running. It seems really, really good. Now, let's put the skid plate on. My other skid plate that's been on here since 2004 or whatever it was when I bought this thing. It's an 02 bike, but I bought this in 04. Really super clean. It's so bent up and hammered that it won't like tighten down on anything. So we've got brand new Moose racing skid plate that should bolt right up. And yeah, I'm gonna get underneath here and kind of take a look at things. I think it's got, the nice thing about this, my old one only had the hook style clamps that went over things. This one's got holes right where I think the original skid plate went. So we should be good to go. I'm gonna open this up and see what kind of fasteners I need, since I'm gonna have to lay on the ground. It's one of the things, guys, I'm really hoping to be able to get soon is a lift, like a table lift for this shop. But I don't want one of the ones we have at the shop, mainly because they're really, really expensive and they're pneumatic, so they require a big compressor to run them. I don't have a big compressor here. I have a little one, but I don't want to get a big one and mess with it, all that stuff, because I'm not really trying to work here all that often. But I'd like to have something so the boys can change oil, because that's the one thing you can't do here is I can't change the oil. Well, I can, laying on the ground like I'm getting ready to do, but I like to be able to lift it up, change it anyway. It's easier. I've grown very, very accustomed to that. So it does have two hook style things. Looks like it takes Torx. And then all right, guys, there we go. Got the work done that I wanted to do. The last thing I need to do to this bike before I take it to Mexico is, actually, you know what? One more thing. All right, guys, last thing I'm actually gonna do is check this chain for tension. It's pretty good. It's a Tusk chain, guys, so we're definitely testing this thing down in Mexico. Already, hammered on at 93 miles an hour. earlier this week when I was riding. So it's holding up good so far. Obviously, not very many miles at all, but I do need to tighten it up just a little bit. So we're gonna get that done. I'm used to chains loosening up once. If it loosens up twice or 3 times, it's coming off. All right. And remember, one more thing I need to do is check the spoke tension. Since I just put these wheels on, they're brand new. I've got some miles on it, so we want to check that and make sure they're nice and tight. Any new wheels, guys, I don't care if it's on a brand new KTM, brand new Yamaha, brand new Honda, however it is, you want to make sure after you ride the thing a little bit that you tighten them down. And I'm not saying like because it's on a Honda, they're new Warp 9 wheels, but if you bought a brand new bike of any kind, that is like one of the first things you do after like not very much, 2-3 hours tops. Hello.
Really? What are you howling?
He's howling. He's howling about being dumb. Thanks for joining me for this video. Kid's here working on his bike. Thomas, how do you like having the shop?
Good.
It's awesome. We're able to work on bikes here. We don't have to take them down to the shop. It's really, really nice. Again, like I said before, comment below what other things we need to get in here. Obviously, yes, I need a lift. They're expensive. I'm kind of waiting for them to go on super duper sale with Harbor Freight. In fact, maybe if one of you guys work for Harbor Freight, maybe you can like get us a coupon or something like that. That would be awesome. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one.